Hey everybody, welcome to Challenged Athletes Live. My name is Bob Babbitt from Challenged Athletes Foundation. Our next guest, 2016 Paralympian, Mr. Desmond Jackson. Desmond, how you doing?
Good. Good to see you, Bob.
Always a pleasure. Oh, it was great running into your mom. I remember running into your mom in the lobby of the hotel in Rio, and we were
Yep.
chatting, and she
Yep.
was like, you probably don't remember, but 10 years ago, you guys gave Desmond a running leg, and tomorrow he's running in the 200 final here in Rio. That was really an
Yes.
eye-opening moment for me. Made me realize what a difference getting a high-end prosthetic makes. Talk a little bit about
Yes.
growing up as somebody missing a leg above the knee and just trying to navigate being a kid.
Yes, it was a challenge. As a kid, you're already trying to figure out who you are as a person, and having a disability or being an amputee is challenge in itself. My mother was a great advocate for me because she used to come to my school and she would speak to the kids about differences and disabilities and basically, help expedite the process of me talking to other kids and making friends and them understanding, who I was and that it was okay to ask questions about people with disabilities. And, at that time, a lot of people aren't familiar. So until they meet someone or have someone in their family, it's completely new to them.
So when did you find track and field and realize that that was going to be special for you?
I was always an active kid, so I tried every sport, and I actually tried every sport before track even came,
Yeah.
into my life. And I finally tried track and field when I was 10 years old, and I did really good. It was an adaptive meet actually in Virginia, and people were just like, "Wow, here goes this kid who's, he has all this potential. Like, you can see it instantly." So I got connected with the right people. I joined a adaptive athletes team, and from there, everything just started to build from there.
What was interesting, I was reading that like in 2014, North Carolina indoor track
Yes,
and field state champs, and because you were an adaptive athlete, you weren't running with the other kids. You had like your own heat. So yeah,
yes, sir.
that must not. At one point, it's great you're getting a run, but
Yeah,
at the other, every eye is on you, and you're not getting to compete with
right.
anybody. How hard was that?
In the beginning, it was hard, but eventually, I loved it honestly because for me, even in indoor meets, the whole crowd was cheering me on. It was a great support for me to have so many people just looking at me and helping me to run the races that I didn't want to run because I was running the 400 meter in high school. And if you
Yeah,
don't know, like I'm a 100-meter runner, 200-meter runner. So, I didn't like the 400 and
that's a
being
long
able to
way.
get through those races. Yeah, right, right. And it's tiring. That last 100 is difficult. So, um, in the beginning, it was hard, but I began to love it. And a persona that I've taken on is being a trailblazer. And because of that, I was able to run at my middle school track team, my high school track team, and even at the collegiate level.
Yeah, so you got a scholarship for college, right?
Well, I got an academic scholarship. I actually was a walk on, surprisingly,
Really? Even with your
my
times from high school?
Yes, sir. Well, I'm a above the knee amputee. So in the Paralympics, I'm at an elite level. But when you compare me to adapted or able bodied athletes,
Right.
I'm my times are below them. So no, I didn't get a scholarship from my school athletically, but I was thankful to be able to be on the team and make history because it's not too many above knee amputees that get to do that.
So are you at Campbell University still?
Yes, sir. I'll be a senior next year.
Okay. But you run on the track team as a walk on.
No, sir, not no longer because I'm training for Tokyo. It was the best decision for me not to be on the team and train individually.
So during the lead up You 2 world championships you were at. In 2017, you got fifth at the 100 meters. What do you look at as your
Yes,
best
sir.
race, the best race you've had?
Honestly, none of them.
Really? You haven't
I
had
would
it yet?
say, yeah, I haven't had my best race yet, not even close. And um, I can just tell you, my goal is really to break a world record and to win a gold medal next year. And that's just my belief. I'm not saying I'm gonna do that, but I surely believe that will happen next year.
So who pushes you, right? Who's the is there one athlete that you follow, that you look at and go, okay, this is my competition in terms of me getting to my next Paralympics?
Honestly, honestly, I would say myself because I was running in the Paralympics when I was 15, 16 years old. That was,
Yep.
at that time, I made history and I knew that I had the talent, I had the capabilities to, reach a gold medal and break records. So honestly, would have to say myself. I would say my top competitors, though, that I do look at, of course, would be Leon Schaefer from Germany
Hmm.
and Daniel Wagner, who is out of Denmark. Those two guys, I've known for a long time. I'm friends with them, and I definitely look forward to competing against them in Tokyo.
What was that Paralympic experience like, going to Rio and being 16 years old, and being the
Yes, sir.
youngest person there on our team? How
Yes, sir.
special was that for you?
Oh, it was it was a dream come true. Honestly, it's something that you can dream about, for years, and until it happens, it still feels like this is something new, and it's something that I'll always cherish in my heart. Being able to go to Rio and the experience I had was something that I know I won't experience but so much in my life. So you know, it's really invaluable.
I know that you embrace being a role model. You want that next kid who's just lost his leg to be reaching out to you and looking at you as a guy who's going to guide them. Do you spend a fair
Yes,
amount
sir.
of time doing that? I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of kids reach out to you.
Yes, sir. I do. And one kid that actually just made his first world championship team is Ezra Freck. I'm really good friends with him. I really view him as a little brother to me. And I try and give him as much as advice that I can because I was in his shoes, years ago as well. So him along with anybody that I come in contact with, anything that I can share that I've experienced, I'm going to do it.
So with Ezra, I think we started working with Ezra when he was 3 years old. He came down to our San Diego
Yes, sir.
Triathlon Challenge when he was a team Ezra, when he was a little boy. When did
Right.
you've been out for San Diego Triathlon Challenge, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What has CAF brought to your life?
CAF brought to my life, most importantly, a different perspective. I think going to the triathlon events as a kid, I saw other people with disabilities where anywhere, where I lived, I wouldn't see, really one person with a disability that's similar to mine. And going to a CAF event, it was really like eye opening. I saw people that swim, they bike, they do all these different, basic. I mean, to a normal person, it'd be basic, but to a person with a disability, I mean, it's extraordinary, the things that we can do with disabilities. So, perspective and enlightenment was, a big thing for me.
So we know that there are a lot of difficulties happening in the country right now, and you're somebody who's dealing with disability. Also, you're African American. How can
Yes, sir.
sport help bring everybody together? Because the great thing about sport is it's an equal opportunity abuser, right? It doesn't care if you're missing a leg, doesn't care if you're African American, Hispanic, doesn't matter. How can sport play a role in healing what's going on right now?
Well, sports unite people. It brings all these people from different nationalities together, especially with the Olympics and Paralympics. I've had a chance to, meet so many different kinds of people from different places. And that's allowed me to not view them for where they're from or the color of their skin. I just view them as people. And, that's a real blessing for me.
I love it. Okay, so now, Desmond, we're going to move into our rapid fire. These are going to be quickie questions for you. Your best CAF memory. Best CAF memory.
The 5K race.
Ah, five. That's a long way for you. What the heck were you thinking? That's like you're a 100-meter guy running 5K. That takes forever.
I know.
What's your go-to comfort food?
Pasta, definitely.
What do you think has made you successful? What is it about you that's made you successful?
Perseverance, guaranteed. Perseverance and heart.
Do you have any go-to? Do you have any go-to technology? Do you use heart monitor, wattage?
I'm a video gamer, so I have to say, yeah, I play video games for sure. I love, sports games. I play the PS4, and I had an Xbox actually. So yeah.
Favorite book or podcast?
Podcast. I would say Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's pretty special.
I love his podcast.
Favorite words to hear from a coach?
Favorite words. Goodness, I had to think about this one. I'm proud of you.
There you go.
Because they see the hours you put in. They see everything.
What will it mean to you to make that next Paralympic team?
It's another milestone. I have so many goals. And I'll tell you, my biggest goal is to make 5 Paralympic teams. So, I view this one as another one that I will be highly blessed to make. And then, we just keep moving forward from there.
How did your life change after making that Paralympic team? Or did it?
I would say it changed to some extent. I mean, everywhere I go now, I'm viewed as, somewhat of a star. I'm still chasing become a professional athlete, and I know that'll happen gradually. But I've been so blessed with the opportunities that I've received from being a Paralympian. It really is, life-changing.
What's your message for, we have a lot of challenged athletes out there right now who are in sports like, wheelchair rugby or wheelchair basketball, and they really can't do their sport right now because of what's happening in the world. Right. What's your message to them?
Stay active any way you can, whether it's jumping up the stairs, hopping up the stairs, whatever your disability is, or doing push-ups or running around the house. I mean, do anything that you can to stay active. It really doesn't matter what your sport is. I
love it, Desmond. Hey, Desmond, thank you so much for being part of the CAF family. We love having you part. I can't wait to be in Tokyo and watch you not just make a podium. Podium's nice, but if you're going to be on a podium, why be looking up at anybody, right? You might as well be in the top of the podium.
Yes, sir. Reach big, aim high.
I love it. Desmond Jackson has been our guest. This is Challenge Athletes Live. My name is Bob Babbitt. Thank you, Desmond. You are the best.